Hey guys, welcome back to the Boys Dressing Room podcast. What is this, episode 5?
97.
97.
97. Guys.
Yeah. 11th anniversary of the Krusty Krab.
You may have realized who that was, but Aiden, who are we joined with today?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we are greeted by the one, the only 2020 Monty Award winner for Best Actress in a Musical as Deb in Ordinary Days, Kendall Hicks!
Hi, that's me. That's me. I'm Kendall Hicks. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, she is. That is who she is.
Indeed. That's me, guys. Yeah.
Hi Kendall, what are you kind of up to?
Hello. Well, I am now in 3 shows at the same time. So, we're juggling that. We're having fun with that. I just got a new dog on Thursday. So vibing with her and
Very cool.
yeah, we're just balancing it and balancing my
what
life.
kind of dog?
We're not really sure what she is. We think that she's Siberian Husky mixed with something else, but she's very pretty, and she looks like she has eyeliner on at all times, and she has like if Elsa was a dog, it would be my dog right now.
Aw, phenomenal.
Amazing.
Yeah, we love a good. Her name is Dasha. We love her.
Is that
Nice.
Sasha?
Dasha with a D.
With a D.
It's like Sasha, but with a D. Yeah.
How'd you guys come up with her name?
So my mom and I really love this show called Killing Eve, and in the show, we were like, oh, she looks so Russian, so we were just like jokingly throwing around like Russian names from that show because it's about like a Russian assassin, and then one of the characters' names was Dasha, and she was like, oh wait, I actually really like that, and I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, and then we just stuck.
See, I like to think because the S and the D keys on the keyboard are right next to each other, you meant to type
Yeah, it was
Sasha,
just-
and
But you put Dasha.
Yeah.
Presenting
We were
our
going to
new
name her
dog,
after the
Sergey.
Bratz.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be so good. Oh my gosh.
But so you said you're juggling 3 shows. Is that a recent thing or kind of been going on for a bit?
Yes. Yeah, it just started. So like I got yesterday I auditioned for a radio play of Macbeth, and obviously I'm in Matilda right now, and whatchamacallit. And we're doing Puffs in Advanced as well, so that's 3 shows. Also, I don't know if I said this, but I got cast as Macduff, so I get to kill this guy, and that's really funny.
Yeah, you're playing Macduff, right? Yeah.
I'm playing Macduff.
Very cool. That's gonna be wild.
Quite the
I have no idea if he wants me to play it as a guy or a girl, but I
Power move.
either way, I'm gonna figure out how to do a man voice over radio. That's gonna
Just
be fun.
Christopher Belling killing.
What is Christopher
Yeah.
Belling doing in Scotland?
Christopher Belling kills Aaron Fox.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
That would be so funny.
Just kill. Is there no limit? Just.
Is there no limit? Lay on Macduff. That would be
Just
really
replace
funny.
all Macduff lines.
That thinking about this like from a different context, none of this made sense to a lot of people.
No.
Joke explained.
Yeah.
We did a
Joke
production of
explained.
Curtains last year.
Alright,
And
that explains that joke.
I played a man.
Kendall
I
played
Chris
Christopher Belling.
And he is a very ostentatious British gay director man. And yeah. that's all you need to know.
Ah, Colonel Sanders. I miss him.
Yeah, literally Colonel Sanders mixed with Johnny Depp. That's me.
Wow. Phenomenal.
Yeah. No, you.
And now look at you, you're playing Macduff.
Yep.
Look how far you've come.
I've come full circle.
Aside from the other
lead.
production
No,
of
it
Mac
was
you
just
did, I
one
guess.
to the other. That's where she's at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
There was
went from the lead to the guy who kills the lead. Yeah. It's super fun.
Well, I'm sure that will be quite hectic, but quite fun for you. So hopefully everything
Hell
goes
yeah.
well, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Plug the show
Thank
right
you
now,
very
Kendall.
much. Huh?
Plug the show right now, Kendall.
Oh, yeah. So it's called The Tragedy of Macbeth. It is a radio play. Pretty sure the dates are going to be like either the very end of February or like the very beginning of March. I'll let you all know with more updates.
Harvard.
And it's just on the radio.
Very cool.
So, like, you can stream it. You'll be able to stream it on Apple Music, on Spotify, anywhere you can get your podcasts. It's... Listen to my voice. Do
Oh,
it.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kendall has a very nice voice.
Aw, shut up. You do. Thank you.
You shouldn't
Aw, you sound sweet.
Oh, shut up! You
That
do.
sound like chocolate.
Aw, shucks.
Shut up.
Anyways, Harvard. Since you're out there,
You're out there.
you gotta listen to Kendall's voice.
Sign her
Yeah,
on.
you gotta listen to my voice, and then you gotta admit me to your school.
I said that like sign her on to like a team when it's literally like a university.
Yeah.
Sign her.
Sign her on.
Yeah,
Get that
sign her.
contract.
Come on, Harvard, come on.
Get on
Don't be
this.
shy. Oh my gosh. Or like, what we'll call like Boston Conservatory or UMich or like USC and be like, hey, listen to her voice on the radio.
Hey guys. I know you might be a bit busy
Huh?
right now, but this is cool radio play.
You might. I'm just saying. A radio play is happening, and
All right. So today, we all were just at rehearsal for quite a while.
5 hours,
yes,
in
we
fact.
were. That was
That's
a long time.
How do you guys think today went?
I had a very fun time.
Yeah, I agree. The show was really fun. The rehearsal was just like so not strenuous, but just long. Like, and we were waiting for a lot of it, so I feel like that made it like a little bit longer for all of us. But the show is like it's gonna be so good, and it was so much fun when we were performing.
It's cool to start seeing the show come together. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's because it's a lot. We had to start out doing these rehearsals over Zoom, and wow.
And that was
A time.
Zoom is fine, but there's only so far you can get with doing Zoom rehearsals,
because you can't
especially
really
with blocking.
like music, like, you know, and everybody's like, you know, everybody's got like that little bit of lag, so nobody's really together, so it's hard to get like cutoffs, and like, you know, blocking is just blocking is near impossible. Like, if you mess up on the blocking, no one will know.
Like for example, like I'm playing Miss Trunchbull in the show, and we originally blocked The Hammer over Zoom, and I love The Hammer, like it's a really good song, but when we were blocking it, I was like, okay, like it's a fine song. I wasn't really thinking anything of it, just because it's just from the comfort of my room, so how much do you kind of
You're like,
get
I
that?
round my nightstand, then I stand on my bed and jump off.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
It doesn't really have like a sense of like not permanence, but like it's just like you're not in the environment, so you're
Right.
not
Yeah, that's
totally
very
like
much not that
sure
space.
as to what to do.
So we set it up today. Like we kind of reblocked it today just to adapt it to stage, and I had so much fun with it. It was so cool.
It was such a good number, and the energy, like I feel like we were both just like feeding off of each other really well, and I am really excited for that.
yeah. And I can definitely tell you guys from just watching it, so while watching you guys go, it was just so funny. And like
It was.
and that's something to where it's like, obviously I wasn't going in expecting, like, because I kind of forgot. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, we're going over the blocking for that song today. And oh my gosh, there's so many little things that I'm just like, yes, I fully endorse everything that's happening in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never gotten to play a character where like, because there's usually at least like one character in every show where like they're just allowed to break people in the cast, like break other people's characters.
Yeah.
Like for example, in Rumors, Sammy and Abby got to do that as Cassie.
Yep.
And so I there's like a playground scene too where all the kids line up and they're like terrified of me and so we just get to beeline to them and like look at them and do like body checks.
You just get to go insane.
And I also
like,
I also get to yell at Miss Honey and Matilda in slow motion. So
yeah, you do.
Quite entertaining.
It's so fun to play comic characters because you just get to do whatever you want, really. Like when you're a straight man, like when you play like the straight guy in the cast, you kind of like have to. There's like it's like a tighter box that you have to like stick yourself into.
Right.
But when you're like the comic relief or the villain, you just get to go absolutely crazy.
Right.
And in Matilda, there's so many characters, and they're all like they all have such different personalities, and it's going to be so exciting to see everybody bring those to life.
It's
it's already coming together so cool.
Like,
I'm so
like
excited.
You were saying about like the different like just personalities of these people, like so I gotta play Michael and I don't speak, but I'm still like doing my own thing, drastically different from like my parents and like the Wormwoods, right? So they're very much just like dialed up to 10,000, and in mine I'm just like I don't say anything. But there's just something going on. So I just love that it's very distinct and you're not just like, oh, this thing again. There's so much flavor and variety. And one of the benefits of having like a double cast is you see the same like character, but they're still so drastically different.
Right. And with like
it's also nice.
You get to like make up your own scene like every night. Because I think that Dixon's kind of giving you free reign on that, so you can just kind of be doing really whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be really cool.
It's also just nice, like, with the double casting, I just love, like, watching the other cast and watching them make their choices and see, like, oh my god, I hadn't even, like, thought of, like, doing that way. It's so cool to see how everybody, like, interprets everything differently. I don't know, that's always just been so fascinating to me.
It's just a very cool show to do. Like going into it, I'll be honest, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but I'm just super excited for it now.
Same.
It's very polgas.
Anyways, come see Matilda or you're lame.
As of right now, late April, be there or be square.
Yeah, literally. It's.
Or we will put you in
I'm playing
choke.
Miss Honey, but I will beat you up if you don't come.
We know who you are out there.
Yeah. We know.
All right.
Kind of branching off of that. Do you guys have a favorite song in Matilda?
I do, but
geez.
there's very much ones that I fluctuate between.
Yeah.
Like, cause
Yeah.
I feel like it's just all around. Depending on what my mood is, there's a song for that, generally speaking. And I'm sure this will change as we get more acquainted with just Act 2 and how it works, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, Act 1, I feel like after today's rehearsal, it's a lot more clear and straightforward.
Right.
Where I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I just finished this, so, like, what do I think will give me the most, like, rush of adrenaline getting to do or just, like, hearing? Because even, like, I'm not a part of like, this little girl, but I still am like, oh my god, every single time. So it's like
that song always just kills me. It's so sad. Sorry, I interrupted you.
But yeah, basically it's, you know, a variety of songs. School song is just very funny as well, but I think Telly is really something that I think I'm gonna have the most fun with.
Yeah.
Yes, Telly's so good.
But yeah, what about you
guys? For me, you know, it's like, because if I'm talking about my songs, like the songs that I sing in the show, my favorite would probably be My House, because My House is just so, like, I don't know, she's finally coming into her own, and plus it's belting. That's always fun. But my favorite song in, like, the whole show, probably Smell of Rebellion or Telly.
Such a good one.
Because those are all so... They're such good character songs, and they just, like, they just go off, and they're, like, you can just, like, bop to those in your room. Oh,
Right.
also Loud. Love Loud.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Loud is good.
The pandemonium that will be that song.
Oh my lord.
I can't wait.
Benji and I are wearing
want to wear
wigs.
the disco. Yes, you are.
I'm gonna have disco ball earrings. Very cool.
I want to wear those so bad. I love the disco ball earrings.
My personal favorite song in the show, probably Smell of Rebellion, but I also love My House and Story 4. And I get to do that because I'm also playing the
Story 4.
Escapologist, so
If
Story 4 is a
Yeah.
banger.
bang.
Story 4. The stories are so slept on in this show, honestly. Like, the stories are all so cool.
Because it's like they put the stories at the end of the Broadway soundtrack, like at the very end. And even
I
in
know,
the
I
original
wonder why they
one, the
did
West
that.
End one, it's just they're not there at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, why would they do that? They're literally so important.
They just scrapped them. Like I think it's in the show, but it's just they're not in the recording at all.
Well, yeah. I'm just like, why would they not put that in the recording? Ugh.
Right.
They
yeah.
deserve to be there.
And Kendall, you were saying that they're slept on, and I was thinking to myself, like, I've probably listened through them maybe twice. You know, like, enough to
Yeah.
have context as to what's going on, but I was like, that's right. I really haven't, like, just, you know, from just listening through the soundtrack, it's kind of like an afterthought to where you pretty much develop your favorites fairly early on, at least in my opinion. But then maybe sometimes you just catch a song at the right time, and then that becomes your favorite. But with all the stories, I'm just kind of like, if it's on and, like, I can't change it, then I won't, because obviously I can't. But, like, oftentimes I'll be like, yeah, but I could be listening to this, you know?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, they're definitely not like, oh, my, somebody turn this off.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure they're very, very good. I just haven't spent enough time with them.
No, yeah, that's very understandable. They're mostly just like talking, but like the emotional, like the arc that goes through.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Whatchamacallit? Yeah, the arc is just really good. I almost spoiled the show, but then I was like, wait, no, I'm not gonna say that.
Thank you for that.
Huh, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Well, other than pretty constant rehearsals, Aiden, what did we do this week?
This week was a very cool week because we got to make a gift basket for our dear friend Riley Falkoff, who is currently in the hospital.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Riley Falkoff. She's been
Yeah,
having
we
some
love you,
cardiac.
Riley.
She's been having some problems with a heart. But yeah, so we got a bunch of people in the program to send in like kind messages and some pictures, and Benji and I got like a bunch of little like plushies and gifts that she would love, and yeah, it was a really cool experience. Yes.
It was just so sweet to see everybody band together and do something for someone like that. It was so sweet.
But yeah,
It was cool because we got to drop it off like at the hospital. Like we gave it to her mom, and she texted us like a couple minutes later, like her reaction, and it was just really cool.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
It made me so happy.
and it was very much like, I don't know, it's one of those things where I very much like look back at that and being like, wow, we all found our way through whatever, like, either like connections or friends or just desire for theater to join this program. And through the many different ways of doing that, we ended up making like a really big difference for this person and just making their day a lot better.
Yeah.
So it's like, how could you not be like, wow, that was so cool? And just, I find it very interesting. I don't know if I articulated this well, but yeah, just the fact that so many people did just little tiny things, but it meant the biggest difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Speaking of which, on the way there, Benji, would you like to see the absolute
Gosh.
legend we saw on the way to the hospital?
So we were maybe
What?
like 2 minutes away actually, no.
Like
'cause
5 minutes.
We were
5 or 10 minutes.
10 minutes out, but we were just riding with this person for a bit.
Yeah.
So Aiden is driving, and I'm in the car, and we're driving over to this hospital, and it's a ways away, you know, it's not like,
It was like a
around the
40
corner.
minute-ish drive. Yeah.
but yeah, it was totally cool, And as we're driving, we we see this guy on a motorcycle, and he has a sidecar. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I always love the idea of sidecars. But then we it's almost like in a movie, when they like squint their eyes and like rub their eyes to like in total disbelief.
Did we just see that kind of thing?
Yeah. And there was just this dog with goggles sitting in the little sidecar.
Sidecar? Yeah.
He looked so cool.
Oh my god!
And the guy was smoking like this fat cigar.
He didn't light it. He just had this cigar in his mouth.
Just hanging out of his mouth.
That is a total movie moment.
It was a bizarre
That is a total movie moment.
Right.
That is
we were
so
saying
good.
in the grand story of this, he is like the main character's cool dad that doesn't come until like season 2.
Yeah.
That's so
like that's
correct.
his character.
That is
You
so
just have
true.
like music blaring, and then he's like, "Hey,
Like,
son," and then
all
you're
of
like, "What?"
all
It's
of
like
season
Fred's dad,
1 he
John
thinks
Cena.
that his character is like all of season 1 he thinks that his dad is dead, and then in season 2 he's like, my father's alive, and he drives a motorcycle and doesn't light his cigars.
Yeah.
And then
The
he
cool
comes
dad.
in.
Maybe
That's
at the
so
end of
funny.
season 1, he like walks through the door and he's like, "Honey, I'm home," and like
I'm
sets down his
home.
stuff, and it's like,
I got the milk.
I retrieved it. Also,
I retrieved
look
it.
at our dog.
Look at our dog.
Look at that dog.
But we live in an apartment. We live in an apartment. We can't even keep dogs in here.
But honey, he drives.
I mean, gee, that dog pretty fly though.
Look at those goggles.
Look at the goggles.
Sorry,
I mean,
no
I can't.
pets allowed. And they sent a picture to like the landlord. They're like, okay, I will make an exception because he looks very polite.
I believe this dog is an exception to the rules.
An exception.
An exception.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, and that is it. And ain't that just
But
the
it was
way?
just so funny that we're like, all right, we're about to, deliver this basket that we put so much like love and effort into, and then we're just like, did we just see what we thought we did?
They were our guardian angels.
So funny.
And we got
They were
Yeah,
protecting us
really.
on the drive, and we didn't crash.
That's
So
so
I
true.
mean,
True.
it worked.
Yeah, it worked so well.
So Riley, if you were wondering why you got that basket, just know that we wouldn't have given it to you.
It was because
we
of a
almost didn't
dog
make
with
it,
goggles in a
We almost
sidecar.
didn't make it.
It was that guy with the unlit cigar
He
and
prob-
the dog in the
he
sidecar.
probably listens to the
He
podcast.
saved us.
He's out there.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh, for
hey,
sure he
man.
does. He knows.
One of the 100. Love how that's like a
Yeah.
phrase now on the podcast. One of the 100.
Yeah, I like it.
Are there
Includes
100
Matthew
people? What does that
Broderick and
mean? Are there
Harvey.
like 100 people that listen?
So on the first episode of the podcast, we reached a grand total of 100 views. I actually think we're at like 110 now.
No,
But
I think.
Oh my gosh!
It's like 127, which I'm like,
yeah, it's a
That is so pog.
very cool. But so we just have this this bit going where we keep adding people that we think listen to the podcast to this list. So last time we came up with Matthew Broderick, Harvard, like just the entirety of Harvard.
Joel.
Yeah, they all listen.
Joel, who actually listens to the podcast, our friend Joel.
Jimmy Kimmel and/or Ellen
Jimmy
and
Kimmel.
Fallon.
Yeah. I think James Corden.
James Corden, yeah.
James Corden.
But also some
came
of
up
those
with
people I
Can't
feel
believe
like
he
we're
got that Golden
blacklisted
Globe
from.
Yeah. We've already blacklisted people from the Boys Dressing Room podcast.
No,
This
they
is true.
just wouldn't have us
They-
because we're too controversial.
Oh,
They actually blacklisted us.
Yeah.
What? How could they do that?
Because we kind of
Wait,
talk
am I?
crap about them.
Too swag.
Oh, well then that's understandable. Bro, I
Too
just
swag.
realized that I'm a girl and I'm in the Boys Dressing Room podcast.
Yeah,
Am I,
So
are y'all
actually,
sure that
I
I'm
forgot
allowed
to
be
announce
here?
this. Kendall, congrats! You are the first girl on the Boys Dressing Room podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have made history. I'm so excited about this.
Aiden, can I pull you in a separate chat for a second?
Oh yeah. What's up?
You didn't tell me she was a girl.
I
Oh, my. He left.
for context, for
gone.
context, guys, I left the voice
he was
chat.
so shocked.
Is
by
that the guy on the
revelation that I
motorcycle?
was a
Aiden!
female.
Hey, guys.
Eh?
But yeah, super happy to have you, Kendall.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
So, I feel like this is a really funny question, and I want your honest opinion, right?
Lay it on me.
So, many cereals have like mascots and different things of that sort, but like, who do you think would win? Like Tony the Tiger or Captain
Okay.
Crunch?
Well, okay. All right. So this is my reasoning. I'm gonna reason through this
Okay.
in the best
Using
way
logic
that my
and
silly
facts.
little rat brain. Yeah.
Logic
Yeah.
and
My silly little rat
facts.
brain will reason through this. All right. So Captain Crunch, he's like a captain, right? He has like
He sure is.
he's got a ship, a sword. So my thing is like he could probably fight Tony the Tiger with his sword, but also Tony the Tiger, a literal tiger, also sports trains and is ripped as he's so ripped
So ripped.
for
Yeah.
no reason. And so I feel like Tony the Tiger would start to win, and then I think Captain Crunch would get scared and he would go on his ship and he would
Pelt
you
him
know,
with cannons.
he'd start
Yeah.
he could cannon this little tiger out of existence. But he could also like start just like running away like a coward. And Tony the Tiger would be like, I'm a cat, man.
can't
I don't
swim."
like getting in water. I'm not about to like ruin my neck bib. I'm not about to do that.
His bib.
I love that is his only article of clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
and
just
boxers, I
naked
think,
except
right?
for the neck.
No, I don't think so.
He has
Wait, I thought he had boxers.
Wait, does he? Hold on.
Am I?
Does he have
Am I
boxers?
Because I thought he looked like a wrestler. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, no,
Oh my
he
god!
doesn't.
Mentally,
gosh.
I just always pictured him with like basically just the bib around
Neck
his
bib.
neck, but just inverted on his on his
And
legs and his
boxers.
torso.
On his legs. All right, Kendall.
That's
So,
so
who do you think would win out of those two?
I guess I'm gonna have to say, if Captain Crunch has his ship, then Captain Crunch would win. But if he didn't, Tony the Tiger would rip his face off.
I feel like this.
That is what I think.
That is a very fair point.
okay, but like,
That is what, yeah.
who would win? Like the Fruit Loops bird or the Cocoa Puffs bird?
Toucan
Oh,
Sam
the cuckoo
or
for
what's the other
Cocoa
one's
Puffs
name?
bird.
I don't-
That man is on so many drugs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs bird is
The Cocoa Puffs bird is insane.
He's literally
Riley Soder.
like
literally.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you will,
he's
on Dr.
literally
Pepper.
like a drug addict. Like he's so obsessed with his Cocoa Puffs, and they give him such a high. He would just like murder people and not have any qualms about it
His
at all.
name
He would
is
be
either Sonny or Sonny.
It's
Just for
Sony
context.
or something like that,
Yeah.
and we were like, no,
Sonny.
I
Yeah.
refuse
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
the Fruit Loop, because the Fruit Loops birds are so like they're just so mellow and so calm. Like they're so nice, but like they're not cuckoo. They're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Wait,
Toucan Sam
like-
is. He's just chilling with his nephews.
I just
Yeah,
realized
he's
something.
literally just vibing.
What did you
What
realize?
did you
Benji?
realize?
So, two things. Is Toucan Sam, like, he could either be kind of like Donald Duck, to where he's, like, raising his nephews, right? To where it's, like, you got Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Yeah.
But I don't know the names of the Toucan kids. But
don't
anyway, so he
either.
just has them. Either something tragic happened to their parents, or he straight up kidnapped them.
Oh my gosh!
And
Two
then-
kids, Sam.
And notice how, like, they all just kind of
Children.
wake up, and now they're, like, in space. Like,
That's so true.
what's up with that?
What's up with that?
And they're like, let's go to the bottom of the ocean where they can't find us and look for some Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
They are fleeing from like some kind of like FBI, the government. Like,
I'm gonna call CPS. I gotta dial him
Yeah.
up.
I'm worried
You've
about
gotta
those
save
children,
these two
I'm
Toucan
worried about
children.
him.
These
and
Toucan
they're
kids
so
are,
unaware
like,
of what issues
we need
happen.
them. Mm-hmm.
That
they
or
have no idea.
oh my gosh, but I can't believe how accustomed we were to both like, I guess like rehab and cannibalism through cereal commercials.
Basically.
were like, oh, whatever the Cocoa Puffs bird name was. Like, people were literally throwing it in his face, like, you want this? And then he's like, no,
and
I've been
like,
through some training. I've had some work done. I'm not going to give in.
We witnessed him relapse over and over again.
Yeah.
And we were so glad whenever he did. We were like, oh, he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And we didn't see anything wrong with it. We didn't realize the implications.
Think about that.
Society. Wow.
You want to hear a joke, Murray? When you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you get what you
Murray.
effing deserve.
You get cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
It's chocolatey!
and let's also not forget the absolute units that are the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh my god, they could kill
each other.
They could kill anyone.
Kill everyone.
They just
They would put them up against Tony the Tiger, Captain Crunch, Toucan Sam, or Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They would eat them all.
Every single cereal mascot versus those guys. Who would win?
Yeah.
Hold on. What? Okay.
Them.
What's Lucky's deal? Like, he's these
Lucky
kids
the
are pissing me
leprechaun.
off. They just are trying to steal my Lucky Charms.
Honestly,
I'm going to go into isolation.
Yeah, like Lucky from Lucky Charms and the Trix Rabbit, they're just being bullied by these children.
Basically.
And we didn't see anything wrong with it, and we really should have. Like, couldn't believe it.
I think we actively witnessed
I hate crime.
the Trix Rabbit get hate crimed. Like, it's only for children, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what undertones are present there,
Rabbit,
but,
Trix
you know. Open up a history book, kids.
To kids. What if it's just like what if it's like cut to like 20 years later and the kids have educated themselves and they're like they make like a YouTuber apology video like
they're like, hey guys, so we know we were really rude to this one leprechaun a few years ago, and we just really wanted to come on here and apologize for that, because
they do like the fake crying
we
and
all
the
have
wailing
grown
and
as people.
I've made a serious and continuous lapse in my judgment.
I made a serious and continuous
But I have gotten
judgment.
death threats.
Yeah. They're like, the Trix kids are like, I know that we said that we called that rabbit silly, and we said the tricks were for kids, but you know what I've realized? Tricks are for everyone, just like equality is for everyone. Love is love is love.
It's that John Mulaney clip. Well, at the time, just reading it in court.
Yeah.
He can literally.
Yeah.
The Trix Rabbit can literally sue.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure he could.
They denied him
Those
service
kids were-
over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about that,
Like,
kids.
he was just a rabbit. He was just a rabbit.
And I
Trying
even
to
remember
get
those
Trix.
commercials. I was like, whenever I would see them, I was like, why doesn't he get Trix, guys? Like, even on his birthday, he
know.
asked for them, and he still
Oh my
didn't get them. Like, they teased him. They're like, oh, I guess you can get them today. And then they were like, no, you actually don't.
They were like, you're not a kid,
sad.
you're 22, you can't get any of these tricks.
What if I related to
Like,
that rabbit, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like
That rabbit probably had a broken childhood. Like, what if he wasn't allowed? What if he wasn't
sure.
allowed them as a kid, and so he's just trying to get them now, and he just keeps getting denied?
Yeah.
Or maybe
How?
his,
Yeah, like what
his
if he
dad
what
was
if he
in the store
wasn't
to
even
get
allowed
Trix
to
and he
eat
never
as a
came back?
child?
Wow, we are unraveling a lot on this podcast
Yeah.
today.
We are going deep into the cereal mascot
You
lore.
hear that, Kellogg's? We're coming.
Yeah.
What's
We're
up
coming.
with those three little
We're gonna
elves
find
in the
out how
tree,
those
huh?
elves. That's what I was just gonna say. We were gonna figure out how the Keebler elves. Is that the
I don't
Keebler?
know. It's like
is that what
snack,
they are?
crackle, and pop.
Snack. Yeah.
Oh, them too.
Snap,
That's
Crackle, Pop.
Rice Krispies. That's yeah.
I like to think
They're so
Pop
weird.
has like a. He's like, hey, we're gonna make some Rice Krispies today. But like the rest of them just have like normal or like.
Hey,
typical-
Pop, what are we gonna?
They're
Hey,
like,
Pop, what are we gonna do today?
We're gonna make some.
One of-
we're gonna make some
which one of them-
Rice Krispie treats.
Oh God, it's
Which
that.
one of them
it's
is
that
Phineas?
cuckoo
Which one
bird
of them is
again.
Ferb?
Lock
And
the
which one of
door.
them is Harry?
Lock the door. Deny him service. I don't want any of them rabbits in my store.
One of them is like Phineas and talks all the time. One of them is like Ferb and only talks sometimes. And one of them is like Perry and only makes unintelligible noises. That's what I think about Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Wow.
But I'm not sure which one it is because
Kellogg's,
I'm not looking at
we're
pictures of them right
literally pitching you
now.
an idea for a show.
Yeah, we literally are.
I wouldn't mind a cereal show. Like, sure, it'd just be literal advertisements just for 21 minutes.
But it would be so fun to have the serial cinematic universe combined.
Serial cinema.
You know?
The CCU.
Ultimate- Yeah, MCU,
Wow,
but
sounds cool.
Most of
CCU,
them
you
are,
know?
Like Kellogg's, so like they could feasibly do it. Because it's
The
like
majority
I
of
think
them.
they have
Kellogg's
like
cinematic universe.
what's the Cookie Crisps, right, with the wolf?
Oh yeah,
The
that
wolf!
guy.
Oh,
What's he up
I
to? You don't
always
see
wanted
too
to
many
try
commercials
Cookie
anymore.
Crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chip
I
the
always
Wolf.
wanted to try those because I was like, oh my god, the cereal's just straight up cookies. That sounds amazing.
That's genius.
And yeah, it's literally so smart, right? And I never ever saw those like in stores or like even the commercials. Like the commercials were so rare.
Yeah. Wow.
If you saw a
It's
Cookie Crisp,
underground. It's
if you
indie.
saw a Cookie Crisp commercial,
What's
you
your
were
indie
gifted
cereal
as a
pick?
child. You had a good childhood.
What
I don't
indie
know, guys.
cereal?
My pick is kind of obscure. The Cookie Crisp Wolf. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
A Frankenberry, if you will.
Okay.
I don't
so
know.
Fruity Pebbles, I don't know whether I like them more without milk or with milk because they both just go off. But like, there's a certain point with Fruity Pebbles where you're like, this is past the point of no return.
Sometimes,
Like,
yeah, sometimes they just get too soggy, and when they get too soggy, it just stops being good.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have like a 1 minute window where they're at their prime, and then they're like, bleh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That's the same with,
I almost feel like
um,
they are better to eat, just without milk. Just
It's the
crunch
same
it.
with Frosted Flakes. When they're soggy, they're disgusting to me.
That is so true.
It literally feels like I'm eating
It's so
limp
true.
paper.
Ugh. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I can't do this. Benji, I can't.
That was crossing the line. I feel like I've definitely said worse stuff.
Well, I was adding on to that worse stuff before.
Okay.
Now I'm drawing the line.
That was too far.
Drawing the
It's
line
too
on the
far.
limp piece of paper.
So,
Oh my lord.
this is something that I just kind of wanted to update everyone out there listening to. But on the third episode, Aiden did promise that with 37 likes, we would see some of his YouTube channel videos. And I'm really excited to see those. So we just want to give you guys a quick
Please
update as to how
like.
many likes that video has.
How many are we at?
Still 4, but... Guys, please.
One
We
day.
need
One
37.
day.
Please.
Please. After this,
I'm gonna
I'm going
advertise
to
this
make
to all of my
6
friends that
accounts.
live in like different states.
Oh my lord.
I will make 28 fake accounts with different emails that are all fake, and I will like it so many times.
like,
That could be an idea for a podcast episode where one day we just like, all right, guys, we sit down and I just stream them and just we go through not every single one because I had a lot, but quite a few of them.
I used
The
to do
the
YouTube
all
channels.
stars.
and
You
YouTube
could make an
channels.
all star
Yeah.
lineup of.
I think it'd be funny if you kind of like sit through them
Videos.
and then like kind of like
Provide commentary.
you sit through them,
Yeah,
right?
you
and then
explained to
pick
us what
the
was
best
going through
ones,
your
and
head at
I
the
know
moment.
nothing or I've seen none of them, so it's like my blind reaction on top of like you picking the best ones,
Gotcha. Yeah.
and then it's just our commentary.
I
That'd be
think that
fun.
that would be a stupendous idea.
Anyways, 37 likes.
Yeah, 37.
We're getting there.
37 likes, please.
What's up?
Bless up.
37 likes. What's good?
All right. Well, speaking of like moving on from like cereals and whatnot, what's your favorite snack, Kendall?
My favorite snack. That's a loaded question.
It's a loaded question.
No,
I set you up.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can
Yeah, you
list
did.
multiple if you want.
Okay. Shoot. All right. Let's think here. Listen. Whenever you've got the strawberry Welch's fruit snacks, like they're just all strawberry, those elite. I would always go to the vending machines and I would always get those whenever I could because they were so good. I
Elite.
love those. I also just love like popcorn, or just strawberries, grapes, apples, bananas, fruit really, not vegetables. What are some other good snacks? The Nature's Valley's bars are actually really good, even though
I haven't
they're
had one of those in a
crumbly.
while, but those went off.
They're really good. The only problem is that they just get crumbs everywhere.
That's true.
Like, it's like
Yeah.
glitter. You know how, like, you touch one glittery thing and suddenly your entire hand for the next 5 days is just covered in glitter?
Yeah.
That's how it is with Nature's Valley granola bars. But the problem is they're so good that you just don't care. And then
Right.
you're just covered in crumbs by the
That
end of it.
seems like not that big of a problem. If anything, that seems like a pretty good thing.
No, yeah, for sure. It's just that I'm lazy and I don't like cleaning up.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. What else do I like? Sometimes I'll just, like, eat oatmeal or cereal for snacks as well.
Nice.
And that's what I've got to say.
It's a pretty good lineup.
What do you guys like? Am I allowed to ask that? Should I
Yes,
be
yes.
That's a
asking
little.
questions here?
It's a little too.
That's over the line.
This is the boys' dressing room podcast, Kendall. Don't you forget.
I'll be asking the questions here, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of hot Cheetos, and I have been since like the 6th grade. I like Takis.
This is true. Pocky. I've always wanted to try Pocky.
Oh, I said Takis, but also Pocky sticks are really
Oh.
good.
I thought you said Pocky.
What are
I
they?
do
I've
like
never heard of those.
They're like little
Pocky?
they're
They're like little wafer sticks, and they're covered
Yeah.
in chocolate.
Yeah.
And
What?
I can't have them because gluten, but they're really good.
yeah,
and
they're
there's
super
like a-
good.
I've
There's
no
like a game.
idea what you're talking about.
Like a
Oh my gosh.
have you ever had a
They're
wafer?
at stores. I'm gonna take that as a no, and I'm gonna tell you right now that you need to have wafers because wafers are really
Are you
good.
talking about like the wafers that like everyone had back in like the 70s, like the little cookie wafers?
I guess.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well,
I don't know.
they
They're
are
like
like little
sticks.
cookie snacks, but like they're not cookies, you know?
They look like coated pretzel sticks, like chocolate coated pretzel sticks, but like way longer.
Oh, I've seen
they're also
those,
not
but
pretzels.
I've never had those.
Yeah.
They're
You'll have to try
really
them.
good.
You'll have to try them. I
Well,
love
I
Pocky
actually
sticks.
I don't know, but everybody says they're really good.
They're phenomenal. I'm also a huge fan of Sour Punch Bites. I asked
Yeah.
for them for my birthday, and I got like 3 packs, and I was so happy. So
How
I ate
long
them
did
in
those
like
last you?
a week maybe.
Yeah, that's.
And
me
they're
with
like
my
they're
Jolly
pretty big
Ranchers.
bags. What about you, Benji? What's your favorite snack?
I feel
Yeah,
like I don't know
nice.
whether it's well documented on the podcast, but it's very apparent. I'm a huge fan of barbecue Pringles.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
went
you
through
are.
like 9 containers that I also got for my birthday in the span of like 3 weeks or something. I had the boys dressing
Yeah.
room to help me out with like 2 of those, but the rest of them
Yeah.
that was all me.
No, it's all me. It's all me, baby.
But like
All
that
me.
was, yeah. So definitely barbecue Pringles. I'm a huge fan. Aiden, you have a box of Cocoa Puffs over in your room, and since then I have installed my own box of Cocoa Puffs in my room. That's
So you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
You are cuckoo for Wow.
I'm hoping that one day I get enough box tops to send a box of Cocoa Puffs to.
Box tops.
But yeah,
I remember
what else is
those.
there? Kind of the same thing with Kendall. Like a big fan of fruit. Like an orange or banana just kind of goes off sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
Peanuts
so
are
true.
also
They go a
really
little
good.
crazy. You like
Yeah,
Swedish fish, right?
you know, I used to like hate nuts, but now peanuts. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
them. Oh, Swedish fish. We're talking about that. though.
Ooh, I
Yeah, you
also
like Swedish fish,
love
right?
Swedish fish. And Kendall
Yeah.
was nice enough to get me a bag of assorted
Yeah.
Swedish fish, and I didn't know that they came in multiple colors, and that was a revelation.
They did? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, the bag that you
I
got
didn't
me,
even
they
know
were
that when I bought it.
red ones, and then there was also the green ones, and yellow ones, and orange ones.
Oh my gosh! So which one is your favorite Swedish fish?
I really like. I'd say the orange one is like meh. Like none of them are bad, but the yellow ones, just for some reason, really went off.
That makes sense. There's always just that one color in every single candy that's just so much better than all the other ones for no reason, but it just goes off way harder.
That's true. Like, what's your guys' favorite Sour Patch Kid, like, flavor?
Blue.
Blue.
God, blue.
Yeah,
Blue.
I was gonna say, blue or red. I always
or red,
really like
yep.
the blue.
In my opinion, it goes blue, red, and then maybe, like, yellow, green.
Green, there's green, right?
Yeah.
Personally, mine's blue, red, green, orange.
Oh, I forgot about
yellow.
orange. I'd say
I think mine is at the same order as Aiden's.
y'all are sleeping on yellow though. Like, it's the top 3 for
Sorry.
me.
Sorry.
I've never been a big lemon like the lemon candies are always like okay, and I will eat them, but they've never like been like my top favorite. My top favorite usually is like cherry or strawberry.
Am I
Or blue
disgraced to my
raspberry if
family
they
for
have
not
that.
liking the yellow Sour Patch Kid? Am I disgraced to my family?
Yeah,
for
pretty
not
much.
liking it?
Anyways,
Oh, wow.
for a second I thought you were
Jackson,
talking
saw
about
what
a
it looks
different
like.
context, and I was like, oh wait, and then it connected, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, then it
damn,
connected.
Aiden.
Jackson, if you're watching this, which you... Anyways,
Jackson,
it's
since
not
you're
what it looks
editing
like.
this,
since you're editing this, you can cut that part out if you want. I mean, if you can cut that part out.
oh Jackson, this is for the notes for editing. If you just want to add in one really big sigh from you, just like, or like,
Yeah.
I think that
That would
add
be
quite a
really
bit.
that would be really funny. I think you should do that, Jackson.
wow, look, it's playing right now. Wow.
Yeah, nice one, Jackson.
That was
Wow.
good editing.
Yeah,
That
that was so funny. That was such a good edit, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I love
But yeah,
it.
I feel like there's so many different things that it depends on what I'm feeling. So like, do you count candies as snacks? Because if so, then I definitely have to add like Swedish Fish and or Sour
Oh
Patch
yeah,
Kids.
me too. Yeah, if we're counting like candies, I have to go back and revise my list.
if we're counting candies, I of course gotta add Juicy Drop Pop.
What do
Yeah.
y'all think about Baby
Oh my
Bottle
God.
Pops?
I've
love
never
them,
had
love
one.
them. I love Baby Bottle Pops.
I've
It's literally
never
just
had a
sugar
Baby
on
Bottle
a
Pop.
lollipop, but whatever. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's good.
it's
Amazing.
still gotta be good. I love
Innovation that
ring
excites.
pops. Ring pops always, no matter what flavor, always hits.
I love the
love
red and blue
ring
ones,
pops.
like the striped
Yeah.
ones. Those were always
Yes.
my favorite.
Oh, those are mwah. I also love
Chef's
Starbursts
kiss.
and Skittles and Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers and Starburst especially. I just mwah. And Aiden was so nice and he got me some for my birthday, and I went through the Starburst in one single sitting, and then the Jolly Ranchers I ate over a period of like a week. It was
Nice.
very good.
I don't know if it's just me, but I associate Baby Bottle Pops with like, oh, actually no, Ring Pops. You know where you're at that point where you're like, do I just bite down and like sever the entire ring?
I have a funny story about that. I'm apparently like a freak for doing this, but I like my lollipops last like a minute maybe. I don't like lick them for like an extended period of time. I'm
You
like
just
sucking
chomp.
on it for like 30 seconds and then I just bite down on it and then I'm done.
A quick and painless death.
No, that's
Yes.
That's merciful.
I think I brought that up during like my 6th grade like humanities class, and people were like, "You do what are you doing?" Because we got like lollipops that day, and I was like, "I'm just eating a lollipop," and they're like, "You don't."
It's
They're
the
like,
same
"Why
for
don't you
people
suck
that
it?
make
Why
like
don't
the
you suck
candy
it?"
cane like knives, you know, to where they sharpen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just gotta bite down on it at some point. I think there's like a kid afterwards that was like, "Yeah, I do the same thing, man. Don't you worry." I was like, thank you so much. It was
Honestly,
like
I do
I
too.
can't say this in front of everyone else. I gotta take myself out of class and tell you this privately.
I'm
But
gonna
yeah, I
level
do it
with
too.
you.
I gotta level with you.
Mm-hmm. It depends. I go either or. Like sometimes I will suck on it for an extended period of time and then bite once it's like barely any left, or I'll just be like, you know what, it's not worth the effort and just chomp.
It's not worth the effort.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not worth it because
Yeah.
lollipops, as good as they are, they take a lot out of you. You know. You gotta work at them.
It's too
gotta-
taxing.
Sometimes
It's
I don't
too
feel
much.
like
Workout.
doing it. Yeah, you know, you gotta work those tongue muscles, and
Isn't like the tongue the strongest
sounds
muscle
real
in
bad.
your body?
it probably is. That would make
I
sense.
heard or read something about that a while ago.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's wild.
that would make
Don
very
Howard.
much sense.
What?
I said Don Powie. Don Powell.
Yeah. No, I. Does he
What?
talk about that?
Oh, I don't
My
know. I
voice
just
got
threw out a
higher?
science teacher. I don't know. I was throwing out a science teacher, man, even though it was our chem teacher, not our bio teacher.
Let me tell you, the nucleus. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just go over.
Did you guys know?
But the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
That is so true. Wow.
That is
Preach.
so correct.
That is so valid.
Valid.
That's just
Valid.
spitting facts, spitting straight facts. No printer.
No printer. I've never heard that.
What?
Really,
No,
Allie?
I've never heard that.
Really? Allie says it all the
Wow.
time. I stole it from her.
I also like said it a lot last year.
Mm-hmm.
My brain is just like, all right,
It's so funny.
that's enough, Aiden. I've heard enough out of you.
You tuned me out.
Apparently,
All right, I
every
think that's
time,
where we gotta end. I think that's where we gotta end the episode for today.
apparently every time you said it, my brain was like, yeah, you've heard enough. Because I have no
That's like
recollection of
when
that
I-
happening.
Wow.
I
heard
used
of it.
to, I swore that, like, my sophomore year, I thought I said, "Hey, cowboys," every single time I, like, walked into a room, or, like, "howdy" or something.
My dad says
and then,
howdy.
like, one day I said it, and people were like, "What?" And I was like, "I say that all the time," and they were like, "No, you don't." And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I'm gonna go ask my best friend Allie Devaney, and she'll prove me right." And I was like, "Don't I say this all the time?" And she was like, "No, I've never heard you say
Oh my
that."
gosh.
And I was like, what is this Mandela effect
Did you
going
go
on
through
in my
like this
brain?
like crisis to where you're like, what do I say?
I was so I was so confused. I was like, if I don't say howdy cowpokes, that was what it was, howdy cowpokes. I was like, if I don't say howdy cowpokes, what do I say?
Who am I?
Like, do I just
That was the
Yeah.
first time I've ever heard you say that.
right now?
Howdy cowpoke.
Live
Howdy-
Yeah,
on the
I
podcast
used to-
that has been pre-recorded.
I used to thought that I said it every single day. I was like, yeah, I say howdy cowpokes all the time.
bad at
But
it.
I guess I didn't.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right. Before we kind of wrap up this episode of the podcast, I want to kind of give you the floor, Kendall, to say anything if you want to leave off on a positive message, say something to either someone specifically or a whole bunch of people, just kind of whatever you might want to get off your chest.
Oh, cool. I'm not really sure what I want to say. I guess I will start off by saying that this coronavirus thing, this is absolutely bonkers, and I am so proud of everybody for just, like, you know, being able to, like, stick through this and, like, you know, like, everybody's so strong for being able to, like, go through every single day, even though life is so weird right now and it may not seem like there's a purpose behind anything. Like, I feel like this time has kind of revealed to everybody that, like, everything is fake. But, I'm just so glad that, like, I don't know, that everybody's still kind of, like, stuck together for the most part and, like, really tried to take care of each other and our friends and our family during this time. I don't know, I'm just glad that everybody's staying safe. And Riley Svalkoff, I hope that you get better. I love you so much, and I hope that, you know, the heart problems start not being heart problems. I don't know. I don't know. I just miss everybody a lot, and I'm very glad that I have such good friends like you guys. And
Shucks.
and if shucks, but if you're listening to this podcast, then you're also super cool. Like, you just gained 10 points of coolness. And that probably made me lose points for saying that. But, you know, you're cool.
Except for you, Matthew Broderick and James Corden.
Except
You
for
stay
you.
where you are.
Yeah.
Stay.
Yeah.
stay
They
20,000
have
feet
no... They have no
You're
points.
negative.
But yeah, for sure. I think y'all better cut me off, because I don't know what my brain's gonna rattle off next, but...
I think what you said was very swag. Good message.
Oh, I think you're very swag.
Thank you.
In the words of a great poet, school is temporary, swag is forever.
And that's where we end the podcast.